up, everybody? Derek here. All right, so we are already on the 30-day challenge, week number 3 for the 30-day challenge. And this week's topics are protein talk, meal prepping, and portion control. Week number 2 was portion control, but I saved it for this week. And, I hope you guys are doing really well. But before I talk about all that, I want to make a quick announcement. First Form Fitness Challenge, my transformation starts today. If you have not signed up for that yet, please do. It is 100% free. You just choose the free option. For some reason, I feel like some people don't believe me when I say it's free. And guys, you guys have been in my group for a long time now. When I say it's free, it's free. I wouldn't lie to you guys. So check it out. With the My Transformation Challenge, again, you choose that free option. You sign up. You can add me as a coach. But you don't even have to add me as a coach, right? But it's good to create an account on there because it's free and they give you a workout. They give you a free workout. They give you free nutrition goals. They even show you different options when it comes to nutrition of like what to eat, how beginner nutrition plans. And when you type in your information, you get specific foods to eat for you and your goal. So you have all of that. You have a scheduled workout and everything. So whether you're doing training with me or not, you have all of that. But other than that, so if you guys have questions on that, the link is below. And, add me. Feel free to add me as a coach. Feel free to get my help. But even if you don't want to participate in the challenge or anything, I just highly suggest you guys create that account because of the information they have on there and how it's free. It just, to me, I don't understand why people are not taking advantage of that. So please do. Other than that, let's talk about week number 3. This is a very intense week in terms of like the action steps that you're going to have to do. But before I talk about those specific action steps, none of these things are going to work. They could, but I wouldn't do them. It's useless in my point of view if you have not set goals, you have not set a deadline, for your goal, right? Because your commitment level is not there. It's useless if you haven't created a scheduled routine for yourself. If you haven't built up the habit to work out for 5 hours a week, right? It's useless if you don't carry your grocery shopping list and you don't pick out the right foods that you need for your goals, right? You don't follow those plans. If you don't have those things in place, week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, if you don't have the action steps of those things, it's hard to move forward. And to be honest, you guys, the habits that I put out there are not something that's very easy to do. It takes time. Like they say, it takes at least, people throw around different numbers, but it takes at least 21 days to make something a habit. So I consider everything that I'm putting out there as a cram course in a sense, because we're moving week by week by week. But all of these things that I'm trying to help you guys out to do, week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, most coaches already expect you to be able to do those things. For a person like myself, a personal trainer, and other, especially other trainers, we forget that these things can be difficult to do, or we don't expect these things to be difficult to do because we understand that we need to do it to succeed. It's very, I wouldn't say easy, but we know it needs to get done, right? So we do it. We're naturally able to do it. So most coaches already expect you to be like, hey, you're trying to get in shape. You need to set a goal. You need to set a deadline. You're trying to get in shape. Okay, you need to grocery shop. It's a given. You're trying to get in shape. You want to be healthier. You need to follow a specific plan when you're in the gym. You can't just be guessing or wanting something and not taking action. It's a given. All right, so Sorry for the rant there, but week number 3, protein talk. Okay, so if you guys are not familiar with with macronutrients, macronutrients are pretty much broken down into 3 parts. There's protein, there's carbohydrates, there's fats. Okay? Any diet you follow, most likely of any diet you follow, they're going to recommend that you have a high protein intake. Okay? Now, with this 30-day challenge, I want you guys to focus solely on this macronutrient, protein. Right? Because I guarantee you're most likely not getting enough. Okay? The easiest way to start to understand how much protein you should get, and you don't actually have to hit this number, but let's say if you weigh 150 pounds, you want to make sure that you're getting at least 150 grams of protein a day. Okay? And I know that may confuse some people, but 1 chicken breast is about 4 ounces, and 4 ounces of 1 chicken breast is about 25 grams of protein. So if you weigh 150 pounds and you want to get 150 grams of protein, how much chicken breast are you going to have to eat? If 1 chicken breast is 25 grams, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, that's 6 chicken breasts a day that you're going to have to eat, right? To hit that 150 grams of protein. So that is why I know most of you guys are not hitting that amount. Okay, so other than chicken breast, there's the lean ground beef. 4 ounces of lean ground beef is usually 25 grams of protein as well. Okay, if you get a protein shake, a protein powder, 1 scoop of protein powder is 25 grams as well. Right? Usually for everyone. Let's talk about the portion. So that the reason why protein is so important, it helps you recover, right? After a strength training workout, you've broken down so much muscle. You've broken down your muscle, that protein is what will repair it, right? As you're losing weight, protein is the macronutrient, is the foods that will help you to retain your muscle as you're losing weight. Because as you guys know, once you guys are burning body fat, as you guys are losing weight, your muscle is going down and down and down and down. That's why people lose strength. And the food that really helps that out to make sure that you minimize your muscle loss is protein. Protein keeps you full. So as you lose weight, the more protein you have, the more, I don't know how to say this word, satiety, I don't know, Satiety. I can't say it. But anyways, yeah, you stay more full. That's a better way to say it. Okay? That's why protein is so important, right? So they recommend that whatever amount that you weigh is how much you should eat as a starting point. Or you really don't need that much either. You can also eat the amount that your goal weight is. So let's say if you're 200 pounds and your goal weight is 150, then that's how much you should eat, 150 grams of protein. Like, you're not going to lose that much. You're going to lose muscle, but you're not going to lose that much. Okay, so that's it on the protein talk. Out of protein, carbs, and fats, for the 30-day challenge, do not worry about carbs and fats. Okay? I'm going to teach you guys a portion control method in a bit, but focus on your protein. Make sure you're getting that throughout the day. Okay? Again, do whatever you need to do. Once you wake up for breakfast, okay, usually for breakfast I'm not eating protein. I'm going to get 2 scoops of protein powder. Boom, you got 50 grams of protein. Okay? For lunch, I'm going to have a chicken breast. And you know what? Since I need 150, I'm going to eat 50 grams of protein for lunch. I'm going to get 2 chicken breasts instead of 1. Boom. Now you have 100 grams of protein. Okay? Then you're like, okay, for dinner, all I ate was salmon. That's another 25 grams of protein. Boom. Now you're at 125, I think, if I'm doing the math right. Then you're like, okay, I'm gonna eat a snack, and then you get a granola bar, and you eat 2 granola bars throughout the day. There you go. You have 150 grams of protein. But guys, I know I make it sound easy, but it takes time to build up to it if you're not used to it. So just focus on one meal at a time. Look at your diet on where you're not getting enough protein, and start, finding ways. The easiest way for me that I feel like will help you guys out to get more protein is a granola bar that's high in protein, or protein powders. If you're having a hard time getting in protein, those two things will fill in the gaps. Okay? That's the solution there if you're not getting enough protein. It's not the healthiest way. Of course, you want it from Whole Foods, but 1 or 2 protein shakes a day will not hurt you. 1 or 2 granola bars will not make you unhealthy. Okay? It's healthier that you're getting it in. All right, so other than the protein talk, portion control. Guys, again, out of portion control or calorie tracking, protein is the most important thing, right? So they say 1 palm of protein, whatever your hand method, that's how much protein you should have per meal. Okay? So for guys, they recommend that you have 2 palms of protein per meal. Right? So women, 1 palm, men, 2 palms. Once you're consistent in that, then we'll move on from there to see how much protein you're actually going to really need. I'll actually show you guys a macro tracking thing for you guys to type that in, and protein is the only one I really want you guys to track. And if you guys actually still use your hand, the amount of protein you need will match with your hand. Okay? So for portion control, it's 1 palm of protein, 1 cup, a cup of carbs, fist of vegetables, okay, and a thumb of fat. Let me say that again. So 1 palm of protein, for men 2 palms of protein, a cup of carbs, fist of vegetables, a thumb of fat. All right. If you guys go on, that plan is My Precision Nutrition's calorie control plan. If you go on My Transformation Starts Today and create an account, their method is 1 palm of protein, for men 2 palms of protein, fist of carbs, fist of vegetables. That's it. They don't talk about fat, because fats, you already get it in your protein and carbs. And that is it, guys. That's the portion control method, okay? That is the easiest way to diet. So here's my recommendation. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Still have those 3 meals, okay? Follow this portion control method of palm of protein, cup of carbs, fist of vegetables, thumb of fat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure you follow that. But also have 2 snacks in between. In those 2 snacks, have 1 fruit and have at least 1 serving of protein powder or a granola bar. Ideally protein powder, something that is strictly protein. Okay, so 3 meals of portioning control: protein, cup of carbs, fats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then have 2 snacks of 1 fruit, apple, banana, whatever you want, with a protein powder, 1 scoop of protein powder, and you guys are set. Okay? So there you have it. We talked about protein, that usually you want to have in grams. You want to have your ideal weight. That's how much you want to eat when it comes to protein. Or you want to eat the amount that you currently weigh and slowly reduce that as you start weighing less. The nutrition plan to follow is portion control. Okay? Palm of protein, cup of carbs, fist of vegetables. The last piece that I want to talk about. You have to food prep. You have to. There are certain things that successful people must do in order to be successful. Right? You can get away with it. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, if you track your calories, which is what I recommend, it's tedious, but once you get into the habit of tracking your calories, it becomes so much easier. I honestly feel like the average person just trying to lose weight, gain weight, muscle build, without competing, without being one of those bodybuilder competitors, you can get away with just tracking your calories and still eating quote unquote bad foods. I've done it. I'm not the best eater. I do not like eating fruits and vegetables. Right? I do not. There are so many days in a row where I don't. God, I love to eat at McDonald's, right? Because it's easy and quick. I love fast food. I love burgers. But guess what? I lost a lot of weight because I tracked my calories. And tracking your calories and losing weight is healthier because my body fat percentage went down. When I was at my heaviest, I was 170 pounds at 24% body fat. I was literally almost to the point where I would be considered obese because overweight is 25% body fat. Obese is 30% body fat. I went up to 23% body fat, 170 pounds, and now I'm at 125 pounds, 10% body fat. How did I do it? I tracked my calories, and slightly reduced that over time, and I stayed active. And guess what? I had burgers throughout this whole time. I ate a lot of carbs throughout this time. So I want you guys to understand that you guys just have to follow a system. You guys don't have to suffer. You guys can enjoy certain foods that you want to enjoy. You just need to have that moderation. You need to have that balance. You need to follow the system. You need to follow the tools that I'm giving you. It works. Right? If you follow this portion control method for 2 meals and that third meal you go get a burger, I guarantee you can still lose weight. I guarantee you. But you need to follow a system. You need to discipline yourself at some point, and it will work. Guys, I really want you guys to win. I want to win. Hope this advice helps. Sometimes I can rant on. I'm very bad at explaining things. So if this video was hard to understand, please reach out to me. I'll try to, have some printouts, some PDFs, some tools that you guys can follow for week number 3. But other than that, I really hope, the information I put out in this video helps you guys out to understand what it's going to take for you guys to reach your goal. Okay, I hope you guys are still in the game. Let's get it. See you guys in the next video.